to the reactions or participants and raise your hand, and we'll make sure that you are heard. If you are using Zoom on your smartphone, please tap your screen and look for more and then hit the raise hand button. And if you're using your phone only, dial *9 and we will make sure that your thoughts and participation are acknowledged. So at that, may we have roll call, please?
Yes. Sorry, we're just making sure the live streaming is working. It looks like we're doing good.
And I think it's important to know we are recording now.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Sorry for that delay. District 1?
District 1 here.
District 2? Here. District 3?
Here.
District 4?
Here.
District 5?
Here.
Banning? Banning? Beaumont?
Here.
Blythe?
Here.
Calamasa?
Here.
Canyon Lake?
Here.
Cathedral City?
Here.
Coachella?
Here.
Corona?
Here.
Corona? Desert Hot Springs?
Present.
Eastvale?
Present.
Hemet?
Present.
Indian Wells?
Indian Wells here.
Indio?
Present.
Rupa Valley?
Here.
La Quinta?
Here.
Lake Elsinore?
Here.
Menifee?
Is here.
Reno Valley?
Here.
Marietta?
Here.
Norco?
Here.
Palm Desert?
Here.
Palm Springs?
Present.
Paris?
Present.
Rancho Mirage?
Here.
Riverside?
Here.
San Jacinto?
Here.
Temecula?
Here.
Wildemar?
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. And now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. Joey DeConning from Blythe, would you lead us in the pledge, please, today?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Will you please follow me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, which is hold. Apologize for a minute. I had something in my mouth. So I'm going to start again. I pledge allegiance to America. Can you get somebody else to do it, please? I got something in my mouth. Thank you.
I would absolutely be happy to do it. How about Ted Hoffman? Would you be so kind?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. And I apologize to Joey for catching him off guard like that. I didn't give him a warning. So are there any public comments or are not items not listed on the agenda? No.
I'm not
Okay.
seeing any hands raised.
Thank you so much. Are there any additions or revisions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So remember, everyone, to please identify yourself as the maker of the motion or the second to make it easier on our taking minutes. And I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent calendar.
And I think they'll make motion.
Second, Rancho Mirage.
Did you get that for the motion?
Did I hear correctly? Commissioner Benoit made the motion?
I think
And then I heard a
got
second
it
from,
first.
and I heard a second from Rancho Mirage.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will now move to item number 7, which is,
I'm gonna grab-
we won't. We'll have a roll call vote instead.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
District 1. District 1?
1, yes.
Thank you. District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes. I forgot
District
which district
4?
I was.
Please remember to mute when you're not talking. Thank you.
District 4?
Aye.
District 5?
Yes.
Banning? Beaumont?
Yes.
Blythe. Calamasa. Calamasa. Canyon Lake.
Aye.
Cathedral City.
Yes.
Coachella.
Aye.
Corona. Desert Hot Springs.
Aye.
East Bell.
Aye.
Hemet.
Yes.
Indian Wells.
Yes.
Indio.
Aye.
Harupa Valley.
Yes.
La Quinta.
Yes.
Lake Elsinore.
Aye.
Menifee.
Yes.
Moreno Valley.
Yes.
Marietta.
Yes.
Norco.
Yes.
Palm Desert.
Yes.
Palm Springs. Paris.
Yes.
Rancho Mirage.
Yes.
Riverside. Riverside. San Jacinto.
Yes.
Temecula.
Yes.
Wildemar.
Yes.
Thank you. The item passes.
Thank you so much. Okay, so
Oh,
now, oh wait, we have a hand up?
Yes.
Hi, this is Linda Molina from Calamasa. My phone froze, so I wasn't able to give you my vote. My vote is yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we'll move to item 7, which is state and federal legislative update. And is it David Knudsen who's going to give us that report?
Yes, good morning, Chair and Commissioners. I'm pleased to provide you with the state and federal update this morning. Today's state legislative summary is an update from the one I gave before the BNI committee because committee timelines required staff to engage in the legislative process. The legislature continues to hold hearings on pending legislation. We're tracking and providing behind the scenes input on legislation based on our adopted 2021 state and federal legislative platform and through our partnership with Transportation Coalition organizations. Today, I'm seeking the Commission's position on 2 important bills, Assembly Bill 1499 and Senate Bill 623. Staff is recommending the Commission take a support position on Assembly Bill 1499 by Assemblymember Tom Daly, which would remove the sunset date on existing design-build procurement authority for highway projects. You may recall in 2013, Assemblymember Daly authored AB 401, which authorized the use of design build for highway and expressways under certain conditions. This authority is set to expire on January 1st, 2024. RCTC used design build authority to construct the 91 Corridor Improvement Project, 1591 Express Lane Connector Project, and the I-15 Express Lanes Project. And staff believes it's necessary to continue to allow design build authority for future projects. This position recommendation is based on the 2021 adopted state and federal legislative platform, including support the availability of project delivery tools such as design build, construction manager, general contractor, and public-private partnerships to the Commission, the state, federal agencies, and other infrastructure agencies. Staff is also recommending a support position on Senate Bill 623, authored by Senator Josh Newman, which makes needed technical corrections to maintain the intent of existing law and their associated privacy protections, while also ensuring that toll operators can share necessary information with each other, improve customer service and facility efficiency. Toll agencies share data for the purpose of collecting toll revenue, including license plate information and vehicle owner registration. Without these changes, toll facilities across the state could be subject to potential litigation challenges that could disrupt the viability of existing and future toll facilities. The California Toll Operators Committee, of which RCTC is a member, has been working for the last few years to seek clarifying legislation to meet state and federal interoperability requirements, including last session's SB 664, which was supported by RCTC but did not pass out of the legislature. Based on last session's experience, we were more strategic in proposing the legislation this year, narrowing the bill language to be tailored specifically for our toll collection operations. Based on the Senate Transportation Committee's deadline to submit position letters, Chair Harnick submitted a support letter on behalf of the Commission to ensure RCTC's input was part of the legislative process. Staff is now seeking the Commission's formal support position on the bill, which will support staff's involvement in the legislative process moving forward. The bill position recommendation is consistent with the Commission's adopted 2021 state and federal legislative platform, including engage in legislation and monitor administrative policies relating to interoperability of tolled facilities statewide and nationally in order to ensure technical feasibility, efficient and effective operations, and cost reasonableness and customer satisfaction. Quickly turning to the federal update, staff is diligently working with members of Congress on policy issues associated with the reauthorization of surface transportation programs. The Legislative Affairs team has met with both Senators Feinstein and Padilla's staff to share the Commission's policy priorities for the bill. First, we shared the Commission's success in 2020, hitting a 10-year peak with 13 projects under construction simultaneously, worth over $700 million and creating thousands of jobs, despite COVID-19. Second, we're sharing information about the Commission's diverse project portfolio, from tolling and innovative technologies implementation to our MetroLink station improvements. The response to the Commission's work has been well received. These meetings offer RCTC staff an opportunity to showcase the Commission's work so that the Commission's voice is in the ears of key policy decision makers as legislative language is drafted. We will continue to build on last year's success of getting amendments offered to federal legislation by strategically offering policies that have a clear benefit to RCTC, but are also within the parameters of Congress's intent. Moving forward, we'll continue to keep RCTC in front of our congressional delegation so that there is a clear understanding of our region's needs. This concludes my report, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Okay, thank you very much. I see one hand raised. Commissioner Hoffman.
Thank you, Chairman. My question is, this is just to receive and file them, and they don't need us to vote on each one of these bills for support, or does he? And if we do we have to vote on those individually? I'm just asking as a matter of protocol if that's what they need.
Thank you. Well, we are asked to adopt the following bill position, so we will have to do that.
Okay, do we have to do them separately? Then I'm asking because I don't know. That's if anybody has any objection to one or the other, but that's just what I'm asking.
Well, we are open. So if there is a reason you feel that they should be taken separately, we'll consider that. And if
No,
we
I
can
don't.
take-
I don't. I just
Okay.
throwing it out there.
Okay.
Because sometimes these things have to be divided. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, I appreciate the question, and we can take it as a whole as long as that is okay with everyone on the commission. Okay, are there any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
So I would move that we receive and file the update and adopt the two bill positions, Cathedral City.
Norco seconds.
Supervisor Perez.
Okay, so we have lots of motions and lots of seconds. So can we have a roll call vote, please?
Yes. District 1,
District 1, yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
Banning, Beaumont,
Yes.
Blythe,
Yes.
Calamasa,
Yes.
Canyon Lake,
Aye.
Cathedral City,
Yes.
Coachella,
Aye.
Corona, Desert Hot Springs,
Aye.
Eastville,
Aye.
Emmett,
Yes.
Indian Wells,
Yes.
Indio,
Aye.
Rupa Valley,
Yes.
La Quinta,
Yes.
Lake Elsinore,
Aye.
Menifee,
Yes.
Moreno Valley, Moreno Valley, Murrieta,
Yes.
Norco,
Yes.
Palm Desert,
Yes.
Palm Springs,
Aye.
Paris,
Aye.
Rancho Mirage,
Yes.
Riverside,
Yes.
San Jacinto,
Yes.
Temecula,
Yes.
Wildemar.
Yes.
Thank you. The item passes.
Okay, thank you. So we'll move now to item 8 for the overview on the State Route 60 truck route, which will be very interesting, I'm sure, and that's Cheryl Donahue.
Good morning, Chair Harnick and commissioners. I do have a PowerPoint presentation, which is up on the screen. We have reached a significant milestone with our Route 60 truck lane projects. We're now at 60% completion of this project. So with 60 on the 60, we thought it would be a good time to give you all an update so you can learn what all's been happening out there. So next slide, please, Philip. I did want to acknowledge that Bryce Johnston, our project manager, is also joining us today on Zoom. He's going to serve as my wingman today, and in case he's more appropriate to answer questions you may have, then I will pass the baton to him. For those of you commissioners who are newer to the group, or those of you who may not have instant recall of the project highlights, we are doing this pretty much as a safety project. Anyone who has driven through the Badlands knows that this is a tricky corridor. So this project will be greatly enhancing safety and providing traffic congestion relief. We are adding a truck lane both eastbound and westbound through about 4.5 miles along Route 60, roughly between Gilman Springs Road near Merino Valley and about 1 mile west of Jackrabbit Trail near the Beaumont area. We're also widening the shoulders and the median, building some wildlife crossings, which I'll talk about a little bit more, drainage systems and retaining walls. We started construction back in June 2019, and we're excited that we are now expected an opening date of summer of 2022. Philip, next slide. So our crews have really been making some good progress through the area. We have been excavating like crazy. We're excavating a total of 2.1 million cubic yards of dirt. So we're about 88% of that completed. We're also about 2/3 complete with the drainage pipe. And we're laying about 15,000 linear feet of pipe, and we're over 10,000 feet completed. About 2 months ago, we started construction on our 2,200 foot long retaining walls. We have completed the paving of our westbound lanes and made the traffic shift earlier this year and are preparing for our paving of the eastbound lanes. And we also are in the 3rd of 3 stages for our wildlife crossings. Our next video is, or our next slide is going to feature a short video. It's what we call a side-by-side video. And you can see on the left side of the screen will be what the project looked like right when it started in the summer of 2019. And then on the right side will be footage from our drone of what it looks like now. So hopefully this video will play. So next slide. All right, so on to the next slide, please. So I hope you enjoyed that little clip, but one of the things I wanted to focus on next was our wildlife crossings. So as part of this project, we are building 2 20-foot by 20-foot crossings that are beneath the roadway. You can see it in the image on your left. We're building those large so that light can penetrate, so that animals feel safe enough to cross in those tunnels. And our wildlife cameras have been capturing quite a bit of action in our crossings. I guess those crossings are becoming kind of the hot spot or the nightclub of the Badlands. We've been seeing this little guy, Bobby the Bobcat, pretty regularly. And then there's a coyote down in the bottom who is definitely not camera shy. He's getting really, really close to our cameras. So next slide, Philip. So although we've been making great progress, this project has not been without some challenges. We have been dealing with some slope stability issues pretty much from the beginning of the project. About 2 months after we started construction, we began our about 6-month lane closure of westbound 60. We had that lane closed from about August to March of 2020, right before the pandemic hit, for reference. And we were able to do quite a bit of excavation and paving by having those lanes closed. But in the fall of 2019, we encountered some very large boulders that we've got circled in that photograph, and had to have a weekend closure of the lane so that our crews could pull those boulders out of that hillside slope without without causing any danger to the traffic below. So especially on the north side of the project, we still are having some long-term concerns dealing with maintenance of the slope stability. Next slide, please. One of the other challenges that we're continuing to face is traffic control. We've got a lot of drivers with lead feet going through this corridor. We have enhanced our enforcement. The CHP has been a great partner. In our work zones, fines are doubled. We constantly remind people to slow down and follow the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. We did just a few weeks ago place a solid white stripe between the regular passenger vehicle lanes and the truck lanes to try and get people to stay in their lanes. But you know, it's an ongoing challenge. One of the bright spots is that we've had a really good partnership with the San Gorgonio Pass CHP. Former Commander Mike Alvarez, who we were disappointed was transferred up to Sacramento, was really great to work with, but his successor is as well. But wanted to just share this quick testimonial from the commander. And he says, "I truly appreciate RCTC's willingness to strategize with the CHP on this traffic safety problem. I've never seen a transportation agency be so quick to take part in solving a problem. It was so nice to have a partner at the table as opposed to the traditional, what is the CHP going to do about the speed problem tactic that we're used to. So it was really good to work with them, and we're continuing that strong partnership. Next slide, please. The other challenge that we've been facing is potholes. We have been having quite a bit of damage, particularly on our westbound Route 60 lanes due to rains, where the pavement has been compromised. So our crews have had to do a large number of emergency closures to allow them to repair the lanes. About a week and a half ago, we had a week-long shutdown of one lane on westbound 60 to allow the crews to get in there and do some more permanent fixes for that road bed. So the westbound lanes are holding up pretty nicely, but then lo and behold, on Monday, another pothole cropped up, but this time on eastbound 60. So we had to do a lane closure during the day and the afternoon of one of the lanes there. So we're keeping an eye on those potholes so that we can make sure that everyone has a safe way to drive through that corridor. Next slide, please. So we have a contract contingency of $10 million. So far, we have used 3.9 million of that contingency. That 3.9 million is the difference between the 5.8 million in cost increases that show on the right side of the slide. Those three items of slope stability, the roadway maintenance, and traffic control make up the bulk of that 5.8 million, but we've also had $1.9 million in cost reductions due to changes in the paving, changes in how much dirt that we needed to export, because we're keeping a lot of that dirt that we've been excavating within the corridor, and then some cost savings on drainage. So we are keeping an eye on the contingency, but we feel very confident we'll be able to stay within that $10 million. So next slide. We have had a strong public outreach program where we are issuing weekly construction updates and social media posts. We are continuing to build our social media followers and pride ourselves on responding quickly to inquiries that come in. We've also been capturing weekly drone footage, which you saw from the little video clip. So next slide. And then we have developed multiple ways for people to stay connected with us throughout this project, whether it's our helpline, our email, our website, or our social platforms. So with that, next slide, that will bring me to the conclusion of the presentation. But as I mentioned earlier, both Bryce Johnston, our project manager, and I are available to answer any questions that you may have. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have a couple hands up. Commissioner Berkson, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Just wanted to, first of all, ask if you can forward that video or the link so we can share that and put it on, our city website, and I'm sure others would like to do that as well. And I in watching that video, I just wanted for, as you mentioned, many of the commissioners who may be new and don't have full history of the construction project, that video, first of all, it didn't show justice to the actual construction efforts. I drive through there probably 3 to 4 times a month. So I've been watching the progress. It is a huge project with I'd say a ton of dirt being moved, but I think you said 1.8 million tons or something like that. It's
2.1 million, yep, cubic yards.
It's a huge amount. And let's not forget, one of the biggest issues that we had with this project was the westbound 60 lane that we shut down for 6 months. And I know that RCTC staff worked very hard to make sure there was, those dividers in the median in case of emergencies, and they had to get traffic one way or the other, as well as having CHP there basically all day long for emergencies. And then you built an access road for emergency vehicles off to the shoulder. I mean, there was a lot of different things that went into this that that are unknown to most people. And kudos to staff for dealing with things in the way that you have and getting this project to where it's at. And it's going to be, much better. The curves will be a little bit, not much straighter, but they'll be wider, so it'll be easier to maneuver. And certainly with the truck lanes, that has always been a pinch point for that area of Riverside County. So looking forward to the completion and great report. Thank you for bringing us up to date, and please share that video. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner.
Commissioner Hewitt.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Cheryl, just a quick question on, those 2 recent potholes that showed up. Those were in the existing or just temporary asphalt portions, right? Those didn't come up in our newly poured concrete permanent ones on the west?
Oh, go ahead, Bryce.
Yeah, the pothole issues are all in mostly the existing pavement that was there when we began our project. So like the pothole that developed in the eastbound this week was in a transition area where we're transitioning, where the traffic was heading eastbound, but was on the westbound roadbed, was transitioning back to the original pavement. There is a second issue with potholing, is as we've had to put traffic farther to the north and do temporary paving, there's a lot of water coming off the slopes, and some of that gave us some unstable subgrade, which with the heavy trucks pushed near the shoulder, that was creating pumpeting. So we had some potholing on temporary pavement. All our permanent pavement is in very good condition, and there was none of these issues.
Yeah, and then also as just another aside, Captain Alvarez has been transferred, and he's in the governor's office and actually acts as a liaison with the state senate. So he's his skills are being used up there quite well in the Capitol.
Great, thank you. Commissioner Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I just had one quick question. Did I miss it? When are we looking at estimated completion?
Summer of 2022, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Vinton.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Cheryl. Just quick clarification for me in terms of the wildlife crossings. We actually have one crossing, but two structures because they're going over the east and west direction. Is that correct?
No, that's incorrect. We have two separate wildlife
Okay.
crossings that span the entire width of the corridor.
Okay, so the picture was just showing one of them.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Bryce.
Thank you, Commissioner Hernandez.
I just want to comment that we really appreciate the progress that has been going on from a resident in the Coachella Valley coming into Riverside weekly. I do want to just say that while we see the construction, there was a lot of folks that were part of the effort previously, and one person in general I can think of is former Supervisor Marion Ashley, who really just did a lot to ensure that the dollars got there, and then even lit up the middle center lines after a couple of different fatal car crashes, etc. So it is very cool to see that we're at this phase, but there's a lot that happens before we can even get to this phase. And I just wanted to point that out and thank Ann and staff for getting us here.
It's been a long process, and thank you for those comments. Okay, I wanted to mention a couple things just because we've had a couple really good comments or conversations and important conversations about change orders, and watching that video reminds us when you have the surprises of potholes and boulders, why those change orders occur. And it's great that RCTC then provides us with the information regarding the change orders and those things that cause change orders. So just wanted to mention that, and seeing no other hands raised, I'll entertain a motion in a second.
This was a presentation.
Oh, that's right. Yes, why, yes, it was. Thank you. Okay, so we have no items pulled from the consent calendar. Are there any commissioners or executive director reports?
I do, but I'll wait until after any commissioners.
Well, I see no hands raised, so please.
Okay, thank you very much. Commissioner Hernandez, when you brought up the work that went into getting the 60 project ready to go, I still remember the workshop out in the desert where Marlon and Syed Raza from Caltrans made a big presentation to the commission about why the 60 project needed to be a joint priority. And that was a long time ago. I don't remember what year it was, but I think it was more than 10 years ago. And so to see the progress and see it coming to fruition is really, really important. And I also think of how long it takes to do something when I think about the I-15 project. Commissioners, we opened the I-15 express lanes on Saturday morning. And as I was thinking about it on Saturday, we did it as we usually do without a lot of fanfare. We got the road ready and we opened it up. And as I was thinking about it on Saturday, I was thinking 20 years ago, commissioners developed Measure A with a lane in each direction on I-15. And then in 2006, it was clear that that wasn't going to be enough. And we were tasked with finding something different. And we came up with a strategy of express lanes from State Route 60 down to Lake Elsinore. And then the recession hit. And in 2010, the commission had to recalibrate and cut the project in half. 11 years after that recalibration, we're open. And I think it's pretty exciting to look at the fact that in spite of financial ups and downs, that this commission has been able to keep projects going. We did what we promised to do, which is as soon as the 91 was done, we rolled right into I-15. I-15 opened last weekend. This weekend, the 1591 Express Lane connector starts construction. Once that one is done, we're rolling north on I-15 with our partners in San Bernardino. We've got the I-15 COP that's underway that will come next. And then we're working on the section in environmental phase down to Lake Elsinore. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank the commission for your leadership, your consistent support. This commission has invested over $2 billion in an express lane network that can not only make a difference for commuters, but also for those who, post-COVID, we get back to people riding the commuter link buses. So we can provide people with options, and traffic right now in the eastbound direction on the 91 is higher than pre-COVID volumes. So we have much work to do still, but I just wanted to take a moment to thank commissioners, but also to recognize the RCTC team and our consultants and contractors who have really rolled up their sleeves to deliver the I-15 project. So David Thomas, thank you to you in Skanska Ames, Jennifer Crossan, you and your team, and Capsh. This has been a long time coming. Congratulations. And not only are we open, they also saved over $20 million in contingency on this project. So kudos to the team. Thank you. I'm really proud of the work that you've done. And for the next month or so, we're going to be monitoring the corridor closely, looking at the ingress, egress areas. It'll take the algorithm with the dynamic pricing probably a month or two to get enough data to start building its dynamic pricing mechanisms. But in the meantime, we're monitoring toll rates daily and we'll make adjustments as we need to. So stay tuned. We're monitoring, we're looking at data. We've got time trials before and after the project. So our work is not done. We're just really proud of the accomplishment. And again, congratulations to the team, including our consultants and contractors. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments? Okay, I think we turn to Mr. Devon. Do we have a closed session today?
Yeah, we do have closed session, several property, regarding several properties, as well as an update on a litigation matter referenced on the closed session agenda.
Okay, I'll turn to the clerk for directions.
Yes, I'm going to open the breakout room. Please join the breakout room, and I will be in shortly to make sure everyone is successful.
Thank you.
All right, Tara, I'm going to jump over. Text me if you need anything.
Hello, Tara.
Yes,
Will the full commission meeting resume after the closed session?
it depends on if they need to report out. If the attorney needs to report out, they'll come back in. If not, then we're just gonna end the meeting.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Tara, this is Supervisor Perez. For whatever reason, I don't have the link.
Okay, let me get you in the breakout room.
Do y'all need to get off or?
No, stay right here. I'm texting Lisa right now.
Okay.
Okay, she's working on it right now, Chris. I'm just gonna get you. Hello, Commissioner Speak.
Yes.
Hi. They're still in closed session. I can try to see if you can join.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Is there something special I have to do?
Lisa has to assign you to a breakout room, and I don't know
Oh,
if she's in the middle of roll call, but I'm texting
Okay.
her to ask her to have you join.
Thank you.
They've been in there for probably a good 15 minutes now, so.
All right.